Welcome to Online Marketing for Massage Therapists with me, Alyssa Haynes, brought to you by Sohnen-Moe. This module is all about business blogging. There are many misconceptions about blogging, the first one being what a blog actually is. Oftentimes when we think of a blog, we think of people who write personal stories and use blogs as online journals. When in fact, when used in business, a blog is a powerful tool to educate your clients. It allows you to speak in your voice, or write in your voice, and to be a resource to solve their problems. It's a tool to teach people why and how massage is great. It's our job to tell people how massage can help them with their low back pain or their pregnancy issues. It's our job to teach them how massage can help them sleep better at night. And a blog is a medium where you can use many different formats to teach your clients and potential clients. And when you teach about massage, more people want to get massage from you. Blogging allows you to become a trusted resource. You get to show off what you know, and you also get to show off that you care about your clients. By regularly blogging and educating your clients and giving them information that's useful to them, you're showing that you care. When clients and potential clients see how smart you are and see how caring you are, they're going to want to come to see you more often. They're going to want to use you as a resource to find other wellness practitioners, and they're going to want to refer their friends and their families to you. Blogging is a great way to draw in your ideal clients. It's an editorial venue in many ways, so you can show off your personality and you can be you. Of course, you want to be the professional version of you. And you can write about topics that your ideal clients are interested in. So if you want to work on athletes, maybe one of your blog posts would be about hamstring stretches for runners. Or if you wanted to work mostly with children, you could write lots of blog posts about health and wellness issues that matter to people with kids. How heavy is your kid's backpack? How does your child handle the stress of homework and school? The idea is to show a little bit about yourself so people will feel comfortable receiving a massage from you because they'll feel like they already know you from your blog, and you're going to choose topics that those ideal clients want to read about. Another really great reason to blog, it's wonderful for search engine optimization. We've got a panda here because I'm going to tell you about Google's update. We've got a panda here because I'm going to tell you about Google's update from late 2012. They called it the Panda Update. Google now appreciates and ranks higher sites that have new, useful, and interesting content. It used to be that companies could pay SEO experts and they could do all sorts of fancy things in the background of your website, and that could help you get high up in the search engine rankings. With this Google update, websites that are continuously adding fresh and new information to their sites get a leg up and will move higher up in the search engine optimization. So when someone Googles massage in your town, you're going to get closer to the top if you've got a blog. Blogging also helps you stand out among your competition. So if 2 websites come up, or 5 websites come up when someone searches on your town, and those 4 other massage therapists don't have a website that's loaded with useful blog posts, you're going to get that client that's looking. Consumers are becoming more and more educated, and they're going to choose massage therapists who clearly understand and love their business, and a blog is a wonderful way to show that. People hear the word blog and they think they have to be amazing writers in order to pull it off. That's not the case. Blogs can come in many formats. They can be text. A blog can be based on an image with just a little bit of text around it. There can be video blogs that instruct clients on self-care. There can even be audio blogs. There are programs that can record you speaking and put that up as an MP3 file, and people can listen to your blog post. You don't have to be a prolific writer or have done very well in high school English in order to blog. There's a lot of different ways that you can feature your strengths. And another blogging myth is that you'll have to post something every single day. That's not true. You want to choose a frequency that's going to work for you, and you want it to be regular, but that could be once a week. It could be every 2 weeks, as long as you choose a schedule and you stick with it so it's consistent. Once you've decided to blog, you're going to sit down at your computer and you're going to think, oh my goodness, what am I going to write about? But the reality is, once you start blogging, you'll see ideas for content everywhere. Frequently asked questions are the best source of blog content and ideas for you. Anytime a client asks you a question, you can be sure that 5 other clients are going to ask you that same question over the next several months. So turn it into a blog post. When someone asks if massage is good for sprained ankles, you could write a blog post about when and if massage is good for injuries. You could blog about your office policies. You could blog about specific techniques. If you've taken a class in active isolated stretching, and that's a technique that's very useful in working with athletes, you can blog about that. You can write about your experience taking the class and how what you learned applies to the massage someone's going to get in your office. And that's going to give you a leg up on your competition because, again, it's showing that you're knowledgeable about your work and that you care enough to take education and learn more things for your clients. You can blog about self-care and teaching clients how to stay well between massage visits. Blog content is everywhere, and you will start to see it as you fall into the groove of blogging. A key to blogging is to stay well organized about what you're trying to do. We call it the 3C approach: your client, your call to action, and your connection. So let's start with the client. Who am I writing for? And we talked a little bit about this in the ideal client module. It's important to think about and isolate your ideal clients. And when you're writing a blog post, you want to focus that as if you're writing it for that exact type of person. It doesn't mean that every post in your blog is going to be for one type of client. If you have a varied clientele, that's going to change. So if you were writing about teaching couples how to massage each other as a class, as a workshop that you had at your office, that's going to have a very different tone and much different information from a post that you write for athletes who are in the middle of a weight training regimen. But for every post that you write, you want to think about the client you're writing it for. You want to think about their needs, what they want for information, and how it can encourage them to get a massage or buy a gift certificate or simply educate them. And that brings us to our call to action. What is the goal of this blog post? What do you want to get out of it? Sometimes you want clients to schedule an appointment right away. Sometimes you may encourage them to buy a gift certificate for a particular holiday or for a particular person in their life. And sometimes you just want to teach clients wonderful things. The sample we have here is a clip from a blog post. Christina wrote a whole post on teaching her clients how to breathe, and that's it. But she was being useful and helpful. And the very last C is the connection. We always want to give someone the tools to follow through with what we want them to do. So if I want them to schedule an appointment, I'm going to make sure I have the book a massage icon on that page with the blog post. I might embed schedule an appointment soon with a link so that right when they're reading the text of a blog post, they can click on that link and schedule an appointment. Or we want to have a gift certificate button right on that same page. So if they're all excited about your Valentine's 10% off gift certificate special, they see that button and they can click on it right away. It's important to remember that blogging, like any type of marketing that you're learning, is all about progress. You are not going to be perfect on your first couple of blog posts. I would say you're never going to have a perfect blog post. There'll always be something you could do to make it better. And that's okay. You've got to start somewhere. So remember that finished, a completed blog post is much better than a perfect blog post because you're never going to get a perfect post. And remember to ask for help. If you're stuck, talk to somebody. Grab a friend who's decent at writing. Have them proofread it. Have them check to make sure that you've gotten your point across and that they know what they're supposed to do with all of this information. Buddy up with a colleague and work on blogging together so you can help each other through. Sometimes just reading what you have out loud is enough to get you through a block. So remember that completing a blog post is much more important than having it be absolutely perfect. Once you've written your post, you want to promote it. You want to post it on the blog section of your website. You want to post a link to it on your Facebook page. You want to tweet about it. Maybe you want to put the whole blog post in an email and use that as email content. Or you could just put a little blurb with the beginning of the blog post and a link to the main post on your website. But you want to get it out to the world, so you've got to share it everywhere. And like every other part of marketing, we encourage you to schedule it. Make this marketing task as important as a client who is on your table. So turn your phone off, shut down your email, and write. Put it in your calendar so that you have the time set aside, and be consistent. Pick a schedule that works for you and stick with it. So even if you only set aside a half an hour once or twice a week, it's okay. You don't have to finish a whole blog post in that time. Just work on that post when you're scheduled to do it. You'll get better and better and faster at blogging the more you do it. And that's Business Blogging for Massage Therapists. This is Alyssa Haynes.